Why is Reiki so beneficial? Hi, guys. My name is Uma. I'm the CEO of the Lotus and Light Metaphysical Center located in Northern Virginia, and I'm also a Reiki Master teacher. I just wanted to share some of my personal stories of Reiki because Reiki is one of the energy healing modalities that I've been teaching since 2009. And I've also been providing sessions to my clients, and in the course of 15 years, I've seen some pretty amazing things. And so I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm teaching Reiki 1, 2, and 3 this weekend. And as I've been kind of like looking through my notes and getting ready for my class to teach, I've been remembering some of the most amazing stories that I've heard throughout the years. And I wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of you are thinking about Reiki, or you're probably considering it, or maybe some of you have taken a class with a teacher, but you don't really use it as much. And you're wondering, why did I take that class? You took that class for a reason. Reiki is one of the most beneficial energy healing modalities out there. And I have personally witnessed the strength, the power of Reiki for myself and then also for my clients. All right. So I'm going to share a story. One of my first stories has to do with a friend of mine that she had a situation in her chest. She had a block. Her doctors identified she had a block in her chest, and it was affecting her circulation. So they wanted to put a stent in her chest to help with her blood flow and whatnot. And she's in the metaphysical field, as I am. In fact, I taught her. She was in a lot of my classes as a student. So she came to me and asked me to do some energy work on her because, on Monday she had to go into the hospital. So she asked if she can come on Sunday. So I got together a group of Reiki practitioners and we brought her to my house. And this was before I had my center, so I had my house and we put her on a table. I sat at the head of the table and people sat around her, and then we started channeling Reiki. And the whole idea was we were going to give her, I think it was like a short session, like 15, 20 minutes, not a lot. And we were just going to do this Reiki for her. And the idea at the time was that we were going to do this for her to, to be ready for surgery, for them to put that stint in. So we thought at the time that we were doing this Reiki energy healing on her to get her body ready, get her mind ready, get her emotions ready for this surgery, right? And that's not what happened, needless to say. So as I'm sitting at the head of the table, now I'm going to share with you exactly what happened for me. There's no way to prove this because this was all witnessed by me. So this is what we call subjective evidence, right? Because it's not something that was witnessed by other people, but by one person. So full disclosure, this is only from my viewpoint what happened. As I'm working on this woman, my hands are on her chest area where, she was going to be having this surgery. And I remember in my mind's eye, I saw the block. I saw the block. I think it was like on this side. I can't remember. This was so many years ago. But I saw the block and I remember thinking, gosh, if we could just dissolve this block, right, then she wouldn't have a block. She wouldn't have a problem. She wouldn't have to have surgery. And as I said that, I saw these really tall beings come into the massage room that I had where we were doing this service for her. They were really tall. They were like 6 to 7 feet tall, right? And I remember in my head thinking, these are etheric surgeons. Now, at the time, I never even knew what etheric surgeons were. I've never worked with them. But in my mind, I heard these are etheric surgeons, and they came in and I watched as they like energetically opened her up, did surgery, removed the block, sewed her back together. And I witnessed this whole thing. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm going crazy because who does that? Who sits there and watch this whole movie play out and nobody can see it but you, right? So at the time I was like, maybe my mental health is not that great, But after the session, I remember just thinking, I'm not going to tell anybody anything. I don't want people to look at me weird or think about me in a weird way. So I'm just going to let it go on, So good. Because she was a friend of mine, I was one of the people that she called to go to the hospital with her on Monday. So it was me, and two other friends went with her to the hospital on Monday. We sat with her, we waited with her until the nurses prepped her. She got undressed, they prepped her for surgery, and the nurses told us, this is going to be like maybe about an hour or two. So if you guys want to go get something to eat, you can do that. We'll call you. We have your cell phone. We'll call you and tell you to come back when she's done and you guys can pick her up. Cool. So we left our friend. We give her a little bit more Reiki, a little zap, Reiki zap. And then we left and we went to right down the street from the hospital. They had PF Chang's. I remember this because I love food. I love eating out. Pause. But I love food. And I remember I love PF Chang's and I love the food that they have, the Asian fusion. So I was so excited. So we went there, we ordered our food, just as they brought our food to us, we got a call from the hospital. Well, the friend that gave her number. And basically they said, yeah, she's not having surgery today. You can come pick her up. And we're like, what? So one, I'm happy that she's not having surgery, but then I'm confused because we don't know why she's having surgery. Like maybe they found something else, and then I'm mad because I had to pack up my food and I really wanted to eat. I was hungry. But anyways, we packed up our food. We went back to the hospital and there's our friend sitting there and she's bewildered. And she said, they did a scan and they can't find the block. It's like the block disappeared. It's like the block never existed. But she knew without a doubt, it was the Reiki. It was the energy healing work of myself and all the other practitioners that stood there, that sat there in solidarity with her, with love and compassion pouring from us, and the really strong desire for her to heal. You know what I mean? So that's one of my stories. I have tons of stories because remember, I've been practicing Reiki and teaching Reiki for over 15 years. So that's one of the stories I wanted to share with you. And the reason I'm sharing it is because I am teaching a Reiki class. I'm teaching all 3 Reiki classes this weekend. This weekend being Saturday, September 7th and Sunday, September 8th. So if you are somebody who was moved by this story, you live in Northern Virginia, and you want to take a Reiki class with me this weekend, I have a Reiki I class. It's a 90-minute class, 11 to 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, September 7th. You can hit me up in my DMs. You can go to my Eventbrite page or my meetup page or my website, thelotusandthelight.com, to sign up and RSVP for it. In the Reiki I class, you learn what Reiki is, what the history of Reiki is, the principles, the pillars of Reiki, how to actually perform Reiki. We end the class with you getting attuned to the Reiki energy, and then we end the class with a self-healing practice where I show you how to actually perform Reiki on yourself for your own healing and your own betterment. And like I said, this story should tell you it's really powerful stuff. And if you use it correctly and you use it every day, you can see some profound changes in your life. And I hope you do, because I perform Reiki on myself as well as my clients. We also have like a monthly Reiki share at my center where this is like an open invitation to any Reiki practitioner who practices Reiki to come in and get the joyful healing benefits of receiving Reiki healing. All right, so Reiki for the win. Reiki 1, illnesses 0. All right, thanks guys for listening to me. Please, if you can, hit that like button, share with your friends, and drop me a comment and let me know what you thought about my story. Or even if you have a great Reiki story to share, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear it. Bye for now, guys. I'll see you soon.